There's a lot of benefit for industries to engage with Stanford AI Safety Center. They can bring their real-world applications and challenges to Stanford, to the research groups and students. And then the students, they have all these domain knowledges, they're very smart, very intelligent, and then they get more motivated when they see they work on real-world applications. Then they can better apply the tools that they have learned from the university to solve these real-world problems. So I see that it's a win-win, like winning for both industry as well as for the students. I'm Grace Gao. I'm a professor of aeronautics and astronautics and by courtesy electrical engineering at Stanford University. And I lead the Nav Lab, or Navigation and Autonomous Vehicles Laboratory here at Stanford. I work on localization and navigation for autonomous vehicles. In terms of autonomous vehicles, they're in 3 categories. For the ground, we have self-driving cars. In air, we can navigate airplanes or unmanned aerial vehicles, and all the way to space, and we can navigate robots on the moon or on Mars. I feel very fortunate to work with very bright and talented students at Stanford. Some of the projects my students are working on, for example, for the ground applications, my students are working on how to better model the 3D environment of the urban areas, right? And then if we know better about the 3D environments, we can enable autonomous driving cars to drive better and more safely in the urban environment using vision-based navigation. In addition, it can also help with other sensors. For example, the GPS sensors. If you know your 3D environments well, you can better understand how the GPS satellite signals interact with all the buildings, how do they get reflected by the buildings, and these all enable better localization and navigation in the urban environments. And then as another project, for example, for space applications, we work on how to send the rovers to the moon surface or to Mars. And then we also have to model the moon surface or the Mars surface to enable the rovers to more intelligently navigate and explore these challenging terrains. The industry can benefit a lot from engaging with students and labs at Stanford. First of all, they are very talented. So, and then they work on cutting-edge research. So the industry can have the first-hand experience having access to all these cutting-edge domain knowledges. On the other hand, the students are very creative, and sometimes, the students may work on one problem in one domain. Give the example of our lab. The students who can work on how to better model the 3D environment using neural network for urban environments, right? And then the same students, they can apply the same technology to a different application domain, say exploring the moon or the Mars. So that kind of creativity is also very beneficial for industry. My favorite thing about AI safety annual meetings is to engage with various people. I like to get inspired by students and researchers of other research groups, and more importantly, I really enjoy interacting with the industry partners.